Flight 314 was supposed to be a routine journey from New York to Los Angeles. The Boeing 737-800 took off at 9 a.m. sharp, soaring into the clear blue sky. On board were 150 passengers and 5 crew members. As the plane leveled off at cruising altitude, the seatbelt signs were turned off, and the passengers began to relax. Some read books, others listened to music, and a few chatted with their neighbors. But then, strange things started to happen. At first, it was just a faint whisper in the ears of a few passengers. "We're not alone." The words were soft and raspy, and they sent shivers down the spines of those who heard them. As the whisper grew louder, more passengers began to hear it. Panic started to set in. People looked around nervously, wondering who or what was speaking to them. The flight attendants tried to calm everyone down, but they too were starting to get spooked. They checked the cabin, but there was no one there who shouldn't be. Suddenly, the plane hit turbulence. The seatbelt signs flickered back to life, and the passengers were jolted out of their seats. As the plane shook and rattled, the whisper grew louder still. "We're not alone. We're not alone." The passengers were screaming now, their faces white with fear. The flight attendants were trying to keep everyone calm, but they were failing. And then the unthinkable happened. The plane's intercom system crackled to life. "Ladies and gentlemen," a voice said, "we have a situation on board." The voice was not human. It was low and raspy, and it sent chills down the spines of everyone on the plane. "What's going on?" someone screamed. "We have uninvited guests on board," the voice replied. The passengers were going wild now, screaming and crying and trying to get off the plane. But it was too late. The plane was at cruising altitude, and there was no escape. As the passengers looked around in terror, they saw shadowy figures moving through the cabin. The figures were tall and gaunt with glowing eyes. And then everything went black. When the passengers came to, they were lying on the floor of the plane, their heads throbbing with pain. The plane was silent, except for the sound of the engines humming in the distance. As they stumbled to their feet, they saw that the plane was empty. The crew was gone, and the other passengers were nowhere to be found. The survivors stumbled through the empty plane, calling out for anyone who might answer. But there was only silence. And then they saw it. A message scrawled on the wall of the cabin in blood. "We're not alone.